felt fucking good. I never knew what. Ever pulled in my life. So you really have to take on board that this shit here is all fucking up here, because if you don't, then you're probably going to take 3 plates off of that and you're going to be stuck at that for the rest of your life, which is all you fucking see. You never see anybody fucking putting extra weights on because they know they can do it. They put weights that they know they're comfortable with, weights they know they can do 6+ reps with. They don't put that sort of shit on because they don't believe they can do it. And that's the first and main thing that will actually stop you from doing it, just because you don't think you can. Man, that felt fucking so good. So fucking good. But now I'm going to do a back row. Okay! What's up guys, I hope we're all doing very well. Welcome back as always to another voiceover, this time of my deadlift and back workout. Now as you can obviously see, deadlifts of course went maybe not to plan, but they were very surprising, which I'm more than happy with. Very good numbers to be taken 8 weeks into prep now, 20+ pounds down, things are feeling good. And there is no complaints whatsoever. But as always guys, I will keep you guys, I'll keep you updated more than ever. But we moved on to back now. This is obviously my weekend back session. So my midweek back workout is more so the one that's very primarily focused around actual back training and not necessarily just like the bigger compound movements as the main priority. So this one, don't get me wrong, is still a big priority. We still do of course train very hard. We still focus on what we need to in terms of the whole overall back. Pull downs, rows, you know the score. But like I say, different movements here compared to what we do on the midweek back session versus this one. But still the exact same goal in terms of building the best back that I can. Now, we began here on the prime pull down, which is one of the best things that have ever happened to this machine, is the handles have been changed. So now we can strap up without any problems whatsoever. And what you'll see as well is on the mid back row behind this machine here, the handles have been changed as well from the mag grip handles where you can't strap up to these normal. You can do any sort of grip you want on them because they are they're free, so ultimately you can do any sort of supinated, pronated grip, whatever you want to do, but they are amazing because you can now strap up, you can get so much more locked in, and they genuinely just feel incredible. So mid back row, prime chest supported row next. Again, Still looking to be able to take these as heavy as I can, guys. The goal doesn't change even when we move into prep. At the same time, like I say, it's a mindset, and this is most definitely something that I really use to carry me all the way throughout a diet phase, a push-up phase, no matter what phase I'm in. But we then moved from here onto the single arm hammer strength row, in which still very happy with being able to hold on to 4 plates aside this late on in the session. Again, this many sets in, because I've not filmed absolutely everything here, but just giving you guys an insight into my back workout, in which what mostly happened. I believe there's one exercise that I never actually got, which was the dumbbell rows, but apart from that, we have got absolutely everything here, which is the main thing. But like I say, still holding on to 4 plates is an amazing feeling, and at the same time, the goal for me is to be able to really hold on to this for as long as possible. But moving from chest supported row to single arm pull down, I have actually been rotating this single arm pull down with the Gym Shop, I believe, single arm pull down, which is actually out of order now. I've been able to send up to 6 plates and a 2.5 for a really nice 6 reps, which I could not be happier with. All time strengths across there as well, which is amazing. But then we move from here onto a nice basic, you know the score, guys. Very old school upper back pull down, which, like I've said to you already, obviously there's a lot of things you can focus on here depending on where that bar is placed on the front of your body, but at the same time, we're focusing on upper body here. As you can see, even Sarah's sending it. This was a more so if you don't go, you'll never know set, brand new weight. And again, sometimes you just really need to try and find that feel throughout the movement itself. Sometimes you need to actually challenge yourself, believe in yourself, and actually attempt that weight that you might think might not be there. Because trust me when I say this, if you really put a little bit of additional belief in yourself, it's probably going to be there. But this pull down felt absolutely immaculate. We were hitting around 3 sets per pull down. On the hammer strength pull down, we done 1 main top end set and then 2 down sets. With the prime pull down and the mid back row as well, we also done 1 main top and 2 down sets on that one as well, because they both felt incredible. And again, one thing I will say, guys, when I'm in the gym and something feels really good for me, if I am feeling good enough to do so, I will take another set. If I feel like I've got enough out of the movement after, say, 2 sets, then I'll leave it at 2 sets. But if I feel as if there's a little bit more there and this is feeling really good, then I will simply add in another set from there, especially whenever it does feel good. Now, this is where exactly we did move on to the dumbbell rows in the good old hardcore corner of Ultraflex Durham. A little bit of posing here as always, just to give you guys an insight into how things are looking midway through the session. Now, I must admit, guys, my camera, the light and the quality is absolutely horrendous, I believe. So I'm unsure what you can actually see here, but hopefully we will have a little bit more quality footage coming through in the next couple of weeks of how things is actually looking. As you can see here, pretty much of a struggle to try and hit the back lat spread just because of my belt, but I done my absolute best here. And then what we done was we wrapped up the session on some pullovers, which again, guys, felt absolutely fantastic. So what we done on here was we hit 3 working at sets just before we wrapped it up.
One of the most frequently asked questions is how many warm-up sets do you need before your working set? Now, this is last and final exercise of my session tonight. I only need 1 warm-up set for a row pullover, then I can go straight into my working set. It's a really, in fact, it's probably the least demanding exercise of the whole night. So as you would have seen throughout deadlifts, I needed maybe 7-8 warm-up sets before my actual working set. On this, I only need 1 warm-up just to really get my head into, and my body for that matter, into the movement pattern of what I'm actually doing. I'm not going to take it super heavy, so I'm going to take it as heavy as I can for the back end of my session, which surprisingly isn't that heavy. I only need 1 warm-up set of between 6 and 10 good reps. From there, I'll get the feel of the movement and I'll be ready to go straight in. So it's very movement dependent. I'm not saying you just need 1 warm-up set before you go into a deadlift working set. For the bigger movements, give yourself way more warm-ups and warm-up time than what you need for a really smaller isolation movement, because on these ones you're going to be super warm and you're going to be ready for your working set a lot quicker than what you will on them bigger movements.
And like that, guys, 3 working sets across my standing pullovers here, which we were either going to do the seated pullover machine or the standing pullover. What I tend to find is, especially by the back end of the session, the stretch and the actual feel on what you get from a standing pullover, the freedom with an attachment, I feel is much nicer than a seated machine. So we stuck to this for 3 sets and that was us.